Saturday lights out 10. Stopped qualifying last night, ran till about 2:30 in the morning. Tension is high. 32 cars are locked in of the baddest Radial versus the world. They had to go 388 to make it into the field. Number one qualifier is 361, Kevin Rivenbank. So Kevin, you guys purchased the car over the winter. It was fast right out of the box. Go down to Bradenton and just light the world on fire. 360s Pro Mod trim, then switched over to Radials. How's that transition been?
A very easy one. I mean, it's just wonderful. I mean, it's pretty close to the Roots blower like I'm used to, but I mean, there is some characteristic difference, but the transition's been wonderful.
So you guys come in this weekend, testing real quick, then 360s, 361, set the record, number one qualifier in the fastest field ever.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit how the weekend's gone. Any troubles, any challenges?
Well, we went to Orlando, made 5 hits on it, and I mean, ever since we put radios on, ever since Bradenton Q1, we've been down every run, hadn't aborted one. So I mean, that by itself is amazing to me. From slicks to radios and still going down, we creeped up on it, started with a 408 and just kept going with it, and it's liked everything we've done so far. It's going to be a tough to the finals, I hope.
So Mark, 370s in one round. Last night you jumped down out to a 365?
64, yep.
Put you right into number 3 spot on,
yep.
on the ladder.
Yep.
What'd you guys do different to kind of make that jump?
Just, looked at the track. The track came around. We finally got our head out of our ass and we kind of figured some stuff out and loaded up. We actually had our 62 tune-up in it. The thing went our career best to the 330 and then broke a throttle blade about 400 feet. So it was on a 60-61 run and just,
so
racing
today,
God said no.
So today will be interesting with cloud cover. Hopefully track is sticky. Weather seems good.
Weather's good. Weather's the same as last night. It's about 1,000 foot above. We're not going to kill it this morning. We're just going to A to B. We always we screw ourselves every time at this race, first, second round. So we're in full race mode, man. Numbers don't mean nothing today. We just want win lights. So
good stuff. Well, thank you and good luck.
All right, thanks, man.
We're here with Alex Laughlin, Radial vs. the World racer, also NHRA Pro Stock Superstar with his supercharged car. How different is it compared to the Pro Stock car, going from quarter mile, clutch car, having to row the gears in line to 8th mile and just craziness?
I'll tell you, the only thing that is the same is where I sit in the car and that the car has doors on it. I missed my flight in the morning and I was way late getting here, literally showed up, put fuel in it, fired it up, warmed it up, changed into my fire suit, and then went up to the lanes. And everything we do, the car just keeps taking it. And so we decided to skip all of the slow stuff, just go straight to it. I missed the shift in this like crazy, knocked the blower belts off, and it still went 369. Q2, unfortunately, whenever I let off the trans brake, the shifter kicked out of gear and went to neutral. I put it back into gear and the car lunged forward pretty far, and so it killed a lot of my ET just based on how deep I was staged. So threw a 72 up on the board last night. Today we decided we want to take a little bit of weight out of the car. We're about 65 pounds overweight actually, and so we took 40 out of the back, ran down through there and went 65. We're going to take a little bit of that weight, put it back on the car on the front, and we're going to shoot for the 50s.
We were fairly conservative the first couple of laps to make sure that we didn't overextend our boundaries and overextend the track.
We're here with Mark Woodruff with Radial vs. the World. He's got a ZR1 Corvette and kind of ran pretty quick. What'd you run last night, Mark?
365, 214.
Is that best ever on this car?
Yeah, best ever, personal best for us.
And round one, you had to race a bit of somewhat of a co-worker in so many words.
Yeah, no, just a good friend and Craig Sullivan. Great racer. I actually talked him into coming over to Radial vs. the World just to experience this. It's the Woodstock and drag racing. You know, if you've never been to one of Donald's events, you can't even describe it to people on what's going on here. But it got Craig talked into coming over.
But you quickly showed him that experience wins out in this deal and sent him home first round.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're all friends until we get up there and get strapped in the car, and then it's every man for themselves at that point. So,
with the car going 365, you run a little bit of a different engine combination than most guys in Radial vs. the World.
Yeah, it's a 5-inch bore space Sonny Leonard style semi-Hemi headed motor. It is the fastest semi-Hemi headed Sonny Leonard motor in the world. So.
As far as turbochargers go, what do you run this weekend?
Precision turbos, they're 106 millimeter. It's precision wastegates and blow-off valves. We're running the trifecta deal for them. They're a partner with us on the car. This year they signed on at PRI for the year with us, so glad to have them guys on board.
Looking forward to seeing you in second round. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We're here with Daniel Ferris, number 6 qualifier, 367 in Radial versus the World. Came out big in Pro Mod last month, quickly made the switch over to Radials this year.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that change.
I built this car about 2 years ago. We swapped it over to drag radials, which entailed in a little bit of, gearing, different ratios, shocks, weight. We're actually running a little different combination than what a lot of the Radial versus the World guys are doing right now. It's actually a lighter combination. This car is a blast to drive on big tires because you have to drive the car.
How do you play eliminations versus qualifying? What do you guys end up doing?
I told Steve Petty this a while ago, it's just like NHRA. I mean, you got to go up there guns loaded. With a field that tight, a 32 car field, you got to go up there with your guns loaded first round. That's what we did. Going into round 2, we're actually going to tickle it a little bit and try to go a little faster. I mean, the competition's there. From this round on, you better be loaded up, ready to go. It's anybody's fight now.
That was round 1 of Radial versus the World, and it was insane. The 2 slowest passes were 381 and 382. You had to go 370s to have your odds to get out of first round. It was nuts. The guys are stepping it up. Weather's getting better, track's getting better, and $50,000 is on the line.
We had planned to service the engine before that previous run. When we ran Dwayne Mills this morning, we dinged the motor, kind of deal where it leaks bad, but it's not blown up. when we ran sitting, it was a scheduled, planned service. Had to knock a rack of pistons in it, put a couple rods in it that were dinged up, put a valve in it. Pretty kind of standard, like we did it in 45 minutes and we kind of do it. So it wasn't as dramatic for us as it looked for everybody else.
Coming into the race with Slavins, what's kind of the game plan on that?
Just pick it up and try to outrun them.
Oh man, we went into it knowing that Stevie's a hell of a racer, plain and simple, and we would have to have both barrels loaded to get around him kind of thing. The guys gave me a good enough tune-up in hopes to outrun him because we knew that Stevie's really good on the tree. We knew he was going to get me a few numbers on the tree, so in hopes that we could be close to him and then drive around him on the other end.
I left on him. I knew I left on him at the 330. I looked over and didn't see him, and I knew he was coming. That thing looked like a burgundy missile when he come by me down there.
They did their job. I kind of kept it close, and the car pulled it out in the end. So.